folks, thank you for joining me again. This is going to be a quick replay. I did not expect anything special out of this match. It kind of surprised me. But I am playing in the Tier 4 Phoenix. I do not have the upgraded range mod, but I am running the Sea Hull and the upgraded guns. This is on the map straight in domination mode. This is a Tier 4 battle, so we are top tier on it. Each team does have 1 carrier and 3 destroyers. And we spawn, get it up here, we spawn to the southwest of the map towards Sea Point. Now, being that I'm in a light cruiser, something for you to bear in mind in light cruisers, it's very easy for you to become overextended, especially in a map that has as much open water as this one does. So as we spawn, I'm going to hold back. I'm going to allow those destroyers to scout ahead and begin spotting for us. It's the goal of the destroyers, their role, to contest caps, spot for the team, and then take out high value targets. As a cruiser, it is my job to provide support, to take out and counter enemy cruisers and especially enemy destroyers whenever possible. So you'll see me pick it up here in just a minute. I didn't really showcase this particular game. It doesn't stand out in the amount of damage done. It doesn't stand out in the amount of kills that were made. But as you'll see toward the end of the fight, this was one of those opportunities where I really got a chance to play as a team member and assist a team member toward the end of the match here. That's really what the role of the cruiser is. Okay, so as the destroyers get out ahead, they begin to spot. The Phoenix has enough speed that I can really catch up and get into this fight now. We see that there's an enemy Wix heading towards C to contest, and he is accompanied by the enemy Phoenix, St. Louis, and Miyogi. The Dursky and Kohlberg on the enemy team are heading up toward B. And judging by the way that the enemy aircraft are moving, we're expecting the enemy carrier to be up around G9, 10 type area right about this time. So I throw out a thank you to the destroyers on my team for laying down a preemptive smoke screen. That's going to help conceal our approach a little bit as I try to decide who I'm going to start putting shots out on. My primary targets are that Phoenix and the Wix right now. As I am detected, remembering to stay maneuverable, keep moving. I do have armor piercing loaded. Probably wasn't the best choice here. I should have had my high explosive up, but I'm going to keep armor piercing up just because we don't know what that Phoenix is going to do. And I don't want to miss the opportunity to drop some Citadel shots on him if possible. So the enemy team is really pushing aggressively toward the caps. They are currently contesting A, they're taking B, and they are taking C. So we get a chance to shoot at this Wix up here. We're going to take a shot, get a defended ribbon. We do get 2 penetrations from armor piercing on that Wix, and I was kind of surprised at that. Alright, so teammates able to take out the Wix. We're going to turn our attention to the St. Louis. Nope, we're going to go for that Phoenix. Now that Phoenix played a very good tactical hand there. He pulled up tight on that island, and in a light cruiser you have to be used to, or you have to get very accustomed to island hugging to protect your citadels, to protect your sides. Now pay attention to these 3 as the battle goes on. They become very important to us later on, this Phoenix, Miyogi, and St. Louis pair. So right now we have the Langley, we have the Wix, the Freon, and the Ishizuchi, which is the premium, I believe it's the Tier 3 Japanese battleship. So we're not getting anywhere with that Phoenix. The St. Louis and the Miyogi are being engaged by the Wix, the Freon, and the Ishizuchi. I decide that I'm going to give some assistance to the St. Louis over here going into B. I'm going to engage this Kohlberg. Now pay attention to my little ship indicator down there in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Watch that starboard torpedo launcher. Now, if you're new to World of Warships, each one of your guns, each one of your torpedo launchers, those are modules. And you see, my starboard torpedo launcher just got destroyed. There's a difference between incapacitated and destroyed. Incapacitated means it's taken out temporarily. Destroyed means it's out of it for the rest of the game. So I didn't realize that just yet. My intention was to close this culvert and torpedo him. You see me bring up my torpedo launcher, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is it incapacitated? Nope, it's destroyed. So now we're going to plan B. I have high explosive loaded, light him on fire. I'm going to swing around, continue to engage him with my guns, and engage him with my other torpedo launcher. I expect him to continue to turn in, so I lead him appropriately, and he eats the torpedo spread, taking him out of the game. Now, the Wicks just died down by our Ishizuchi in the south. We've lost the Freon. That leaves our Ishizuchi down there, I believe his name, Pop-Tart. He is now being gunned down by 3 enemy ships, 2 cruisers and a battleship, and he is taking some heavy damage. They're completely focused on him. So we're going to go out and give him a hand. I start shooting AP at the Phoenix. He is angled too much against me. I switch over to high explosive and continue to engage him. I don't do what I'm doing right there, staying focused in the binoculars. You want to pull out a little more often. We light him on fire. Ishizuchi continues to focus on him. Hit him again. 4 penetrations. But he burns down from the Ishizuchi's fire before we can kill him. Now, the Miyogi and the St. Louis are continuing to engage the Ishizuchi. Now, Pop-Tart's in real trouble here. That Miyogi has very strong guns, as does the St. Louis. The St. Louis has a lot of guns, and they're completely focused on him. Pop-Tart just sent out a request for support, and we're doing the best we can. We're going to continue to fire on the St. Louis right now. Because of the proximity of the Miyogi, really didn't feel comfortable at that time continuing to fire. I felt the St. Louis was a better target. So we're going to take him out right quick. And we're going to begin to engage this Miyogi, being careful of our shots to not hit Pop-Tart. Alright, so Pop-Tart's in real trouble. He is on fire several times. Continues to be engaged by the Miyogi's secondaries. My intention was to try to set up a torpedo strike on the Miyogi. It was the quickest way to take him out. We're going to continue to shoot him. We light him on fire, getting good penetrations on him. The gun systems on the Phoenix are really good. They're not to be discounted. We are doing good damage as the Miyogi's secondaries open up on us, his guns begin to turn toward us. But the Phoenix, I'm thinking about throwing torps, but Pop-Tart, really, I don't like his positioning. I'm not going to risk taking him out. Pop-Tart is in real trouble here. It looks like the Miyogi is going in for a ram. We're going to continue to hammer him. Another fire on him. Will we be able to kill the Miyogi before he rams? One more volley out, and boom goes the dynamite. We take out the Miyogi. Look at that. The Ishizuchi Pop-Tart there gets away with 198 health left as he puts the fires out. He throws out a thanks. I didn't see it there at first. I am going to acknowledge the thanks here in just a minute. But wow, that was intense. Okay, so assessing the situation, we have enemy aircraft all around. We just fell off a detection. The Langley is detected over at F9. We have the enemy Phoenix up toward the north. It looks like the Caledon is engaging the Phoenix, and we have the Fra Rung on the friendly team going after that Langley. Now, I do not, at this time, I do not have the upgraded range module. So the Langley is not somebody I can shoot at. We're going to continue to drive for him with the intention of providing fire support if we can. But more importantly, I was watching after those torpedo bombers. I wanted to stay close to Pop-Tart. It looks like Pop-Tart had a heal left because now he's back up to 6,500 health. But I wanted to be able to be near Pop-Tart in order to pop hydro if required, so that he would have early warning on those torpedo bombers. But we're just painfully out of range from that Langley. We're going to continue to drive toward him. Oh, took some strong torpedo strikes from the Fra Rung. We do pull into range. We're going to throw out some volleys there. Looks like the Langley is either flooding or maybe taking some shots. He's taking shots. As he gets killed for the win. This was a fun match. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad that it gives the opportunity to show the Phoenix in its support role. And that's the role of any light cruiser. Be there for your teammates. Lend that support. Counter those destroyers, counter the enemy cruisers, but be there to help them out. Okay, we came away with 2,448 experience, 492 free experience. We've got 95 shots on target with 41 penetrations, 1 torpedo, 3 kills, 7 fires, 1 flood, and 3 defense ribbons. All right, we'll take a look at the leaderboard. We came away at number 2 with 3 kills. Good job there by B-53 leading the pack. We had the Svetlana at number 3, and there's Pop-Tart in number 4. All right, good job, guys. He has a ribbon there. What did you get? Fireproof. Oh, awesome. On the detail report, we took out that Kohlberg, the Miyogi, the St. Louis, and dealt heavy damage to the Phoenix. We hurt the Wicks and even got some in on the Langley. We did 39,000 damage with 29,000, almost 30,000 from the main battery, 2,000 from torpedoes, and 6,700 from fire. And it looks like the main battery was almost evenly divided between the high explosive and the armor-piercing rounds. And we'll take a peek at the credit and XP. Well, folks, this was a lot of fun. I thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.